I'm Anna.
I'm Isabella.
And
This is Anna and Isabella Do Improv.
love it.
Nailed it.
Oh, God.
Well, this is the part at the top where we chat.
Yes. It's raining.
Yeah, our producer
Mark
suggested
that we could talk about the weather.
He said we could talk about the weather.
I love that you took that. It's just the most base suggestion, but okay, go for it.
Do you like rain?
I'm coming around to it. I like it when I don't have to go anywhere, and I like it when I'm in my place. And today we were talking about how cats. We both have cats, and they are much cuter in the rain for some reason.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's because it just creates such a cozy atmosphere, and cats are very cozy to me.
Totally. Do you ever put those YouTube videos on that are like infinitely, like they run forever and it's like cozy and it's like raining and there's like a cat and a cafe?
I do that sometimes.
Okay.
I did it the other day. I got really into it. I did it one day and I was like, I'm going to do this all the time. I love this so much. I got super into a book in like a way that I hadn't gotten into a book since I was a little kid or like a middle schooler, and I just read it from start to finish with the background, and then I never turned it on again. But that was like one of the best days I've had in a long time. It was amazing.
And why did you never go back, do you think?
I don't know. I kind of forgot about it after.
Yeah.
And I think when I love something, I'll kind of exaggerate the feeling of like really loving it for that moment in time. And then it turns out I don't actually like love those backgrounds that much, or I'd put them on all the time.
Yeah. That makes me stressed for things we've done together that you've loved.
Like what?
Like a bike ride.
Oh, that's long term. You don't have to
Is
worry
it?
about that.
I don't know.
I love bike rides.
I guess we wouldn't have done it again if it wasn't.
It was not like that.
Something you're actually interested in.
I actually think it was. I would have told you, and
Yeah.
I think this was like almost too powerful. I got into a trance and like read the book and didn't like look at my phone.
It's funny. I had the exact same feeling when I put it on. I was like, "This is my new personality."
Exactly.
I'm someone who I always have it on. It's on my TV. Like you come over for dinner, it's playing. I am going to sleep, it's playing. Like this is my life. And then I never did it again.
Yeah.
I loved it so much I started drawing it. I was like, what? Like, because the one that I was looking at was like
Cabin?
No, it was
Forest?
No, it was a cafe.
Okay. Oh, a cafe. That's lively.
Yeah.
I go to I go into nature and like kind of isolated.
Oh yeah. No, I was like with people, like but I was like trying to copy the drawing without like, so then it ended up becoming a bit of an exercise. And then every time I would think about it, I would get stressed out because I was like, I didn't draw it as good as they drew it, which is crazy. What a way to ruin something for myself.
I was happy to have no connection to it that could ruin it that way.
Yeah, and then you just never did it again.
I guess, it was nice, but I think I was trying to make it cozier than it was. But you know what? I'm going to do it again because it is...
I think give it another chance.
I had a great day.
But you don't need to do it right now because it is raining out and you do have a cat.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I could put on a fireplace or something.
Oh, yeah. Everybody does that. And I'm like, we're pretending to like that. I feel like nobody actually likes that fucking fireplace bullshit.
Why not?
Because it's like stupid. It's not a fireplace. Everyone's like, I put the fireplace on. Put on Real Housewives or like
no, let's not get into that.
I'm just saying, like, put on background TV. Don't put on a fireplace.
What would be your ideal thing to put on besides a cafe? Or like, because I had visions in my head of what I wanted to be on the screen, but they didn't have them. But
what do you want to share yours?
Yeah, I was only using your answer as a way to ramp up into what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I could tell. So tell me yours.
Like a cozy room in like a castle, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like medieval.
Yeah, like medieval or like something from Skyrim and kind of friendly. I want it to be like friendly, but like castle, cozy, cute.
I don't think of castles as friendly. I think of castles as a place where you are 1 second away from death. One wrong move, off with your head.
I think that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
So I'm what's cozy? Like, are you the king?
No. I think I'm thinking of Harry Potter.
Oh, that kind of a school castle.
Yeah, a school castle.
Yeah, okay. That is a little cozy. Harry Potter actually does seem... The stairs moving, though. I don't like that. Whenever I go somewhere, I think like I'm constantly like, okay, how would I get back from here? Like I'm memorizing every turn.
I've never once thought of that in my life.
Well,
I'm constantly lost.
If you're ever in Hogwarts, definitely don't count on it, because of the fact that the stairs move, I'm like, that would throw me. I wouldn't be able to walk anywhere because it could always change the way out.
They talked about that in the books. They would be like, oh, it was the first couple of weeks everyone's lost all the time because it would always be going to different spots.
I don't like that.
Yeah, for some reason I liked it, but that's because I feel like that in everyday life. I'm like, this freeway goes where now?
He likes it when you hold up here.
Right.
Thank you for the correction on holding the mics. One day we'll have stands, I hope.
We don't need stands. I like that we can move around.
Mark has the biggest microphone I have ever seen pointed in his direction.
Looks like a missile.
It looks like a missile.
We're really letting people in behind the scenes right now, but there is a smaller mic in here. Mm-hmm. This is just a blimp, I believe they.
Do you use it for?
This is supposed to be. It's a boom. No, I don't usually normally use this mic. It's just so directional that I was like, I'm going to give it a test run on this episode, I guess.
Love it.
Well, comment on the Instagram on how it sounds.
Yeah. How does this sound?
Yeah.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
I always feel like when I'm doing self-tapes that I should have like something like a boom or a mic or something, because it sounds like weird.
And I say, as a person who does self-tapes pretty regularly, stop asking us to do so much.
Yeah.
And then in the technical, if they can hear you, that should be enough.
Yeah.
You don't need to have, like, production style.
Yeah, but you don't want to be discounted because it's just, like, annoying sounding.
Well, annoying sounding is different.
Yeah.
I don't think you should have to use this is, like, an expensive boom mic that I've had for years.
You know what I don't like is when they ask for a full body shot.
Oh, God.
And it's like, you think I have the kind of setup that allots for that?
Allots for that.
It's true.
It's not showing your body that bothers you. It's the setup.
Well, I don't like showing my body either, but whenever they ask for that, I put on the biggest sweatshirt and like big pants, and I'm like, guess, bitch. I'll technically do it. I did your slate, but guess.
This is the part of the podcast where we talk about the form.
Oh my God, yeah. Someone
we've
told me recently they like when we talk a lot on they were like,
they do.
My favorite part's like when you guys are chatting. I was like, thank you. But I actually really appreciated it.
Aww.
And if you're listening, thank you.
Yeah, I hope the chat lived up. Anyway, so this is the part of the podcast where we talk about the form, which is we had a request for a form, and it is the deconstruction. So I'm excited to do this one.
Yeah.
So the deconstruction is where you do a base scene, and then you do scenes based off of so you do a base scene that's pretty grounded. You try to get some details in it, and then you pull premise off the base scene and do a montage.
What do you think makes a good deconstruction?
I think I'm still well, sometimes I get insecure when I'm doing it in deconstruction because I feel like the audience doesn't. I think it should be announced at the beginning of the show that there's a base scene that you're going to pull stuff off of, because I've done it and the audience has gotten very confused, and then it does heat up later in the show. But I think, yeah,
there's not enough managing expectations at improv shows. Like, we should be like very clear. Like, this is what you're about to see.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it doesn't need to be a mystery.
What do you think makes a good deconstruction?
I like it when there's like a rotating door of characters, so there's like a lot to pull from.
That's fun.
We used to do this on a team, Adam Jilt. We did a deconstruction, remember?
Yeah.
I always thought it was fun in the base scene because you can just be like fucking weird and not explain why.
Yeah.
And then like it paid off later, and that was great. Okay, we should just do it.
Let's just do it.
I'm not being a good conversationalist. So let's be characters.
Your suggestion is of a location, greenhouse.
Greenhouse. So beautiful, all these flowers.
Oh my gosh. I love coming here to get some mental peace away from, the hustle and bustle, and yeah.
I love it. And I think it's so nice that it's paid for by the state.
Oh my gosh,
A
me too.
botanical garden.
I think so too. I think that we should be putting money into public parks.
I agree.
And I agree. You know, I moved to San Francisco from a small town in the South, and I like to come here and think.
Where is it that you grew up exactly?
Where is it that I grew up? It was a small suburb near Austin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some people don't even consider that the South.
Really? Texas?
It's its own thing. Haven't you heard?
What? Oh, is it? What? In what way?
Oh, people say, there's the South and then there's Texas. I'm from Alabama, so for me, it's pretty cut and dry.
Oh, where in Alabama?
Murdersville.
Whoa!
I know it's not a great name.
Is it named for what happened there?
No, absolutely not. How ridiculous!
Oh,
no,
okay.
It's not named after anything in particular.
I'd be scared to go to Murdersville.
No, it's a funny story. There's a man whose last name was Murder.
Oh, okay.
And he started the town, and a lot of people, they had a 14-hour long meeting about it, everybody in the town.
Was it supposed to be that long, or did it just kind of...
No, what happened was he filibustered.
Oh, my God.
So he just went on and on and on until they finally said, fine, we'll name it Murderville. Hopefully nothing bad happens, or people are going to think it's named after a murder.
That's what I thought, but...
Of course.
After a 14-hour long meeting, I think at the end of the day, you just want the meeting to end. You say, fine, Murdersville, and you wake up and you're like, man, that's a mistake.
Exactly. And people had kids they needed to pick up from school. People had cookies in the oven. Everybody had a reason to go home. And I think what was tough was that he was so sure that, he kept saying, I don't think people are going to associate it. With murder.
Yeah. I mean, I guess after a while it would just be the name of the town.
Right. And for him it's so different because, and to be clear, I was on the side of naming it Murdersville.
You were from the beginning? Or
yes,
how many hours in?
From the beginning.
Okay.
Well, 15, 20 minutes in. So
okay. Well, that's fast.
0 to 1 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty quickly, because, you see, he had been growing up with that name his whole life. That's just his name. It had nothing to do with the act of murder.
That's true. That's a tough last name. I feel like some last names you get teased for, and some people are maybe like a little afraid.
Yeah, I think so.
My last name, I got teased for a little bit.
Well, now, I don't even see an angle to that.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't think of a single thing to make fun of for it?
I mean, I think, the word sperm comes to mind, but
yeah,
spermster, I guess, is
spermster lunchbox.
I always thought maybe you were being silly.
No, that's my name.
Your last
Nancy Spermster lunchbox.
So I'm assuming the dash is because you kept a maiden name, which would be Spermster. Yeah. Did you ever think of dropping that?
I did think about it, but at a certain point, it's just so much paperwork because I impulsive. So my name is Spermster-Lunchbox, and I impulsively said I can't lose Spermster because that is actually the less embarrassing of the two names, Spermster-Lunchbox. So I filled it out, and then just to change it again, the paperwork is just grueling. You have to fill out like 3 to 4 forms, go to the DMV. I don't like waiting. They don't have TVs at the DMV, which I've always thought is bizarre.
Right. I think I've always wondered if that was because it would be a political statement what channel they put on.
That's such a good point. Everything's so political right now.
Everything's so
the
political.
news, obviously, but like there's like a cartoon about a robo cop dog, or not a robo, just a cop dog.
And then next thing you know, it's like that's a woke cop dog.
Exactly. So that would be that's points for the liberals and the conservatives. What channel would you put on if you had to put on one?
Nick at Night.
That seems pretty safe.
Yeah, I think it's a nice mix between both. It kind of is that RoboCop dog kind of thing a little bit. But what it does for me when my kids put Nick at Night on, I can laugh and they can laugh too.
That's true. You just want everyone at the DMV to be laughing and happy.
I think you rarely hear a laughter. You rarely hear a laugh.
At the DMV? Absolutely.
At the DMV. I've heard it once, and
really?
It was the saddest thing I'd ever seen.
Why?
Because
sounds happy to me.
Well, you would think.
I would.
But what happened was a lady laughed because she had basically, so I guess it's a long story, but she was taking a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she put it on speaker at one point, and she actually received test results in the middle of the DMV.
No.
But what was funny was it wasn't her test results.
Oh my God. They gave her some sort of diagnosis and then it was the wrong person.
Right. So it was
Oh my God.
relief. A
Wow.
relief laugh, which I always think is the cheapest. And that's why it was sad to me.
Yeah. That's not a genuine laughter like Nick at Night.
No, exactly. That's not someone being, falling or doing something really laughable.
I love falling. I love big fails. I love Kook of the Day. Have you ever seen that?
I've never seen Kook of the
Oh,
Day.
it's hilarious. Surfers doing kooky things like longboarding in a shortboard zone, or perhaps putting on your wetsuit backwards, or waxing the wrong side of your board.
Oh my God, these seem like tiny mistakes.
They're kooks of the day. That means you did something so kooky that you're not just a kook, you're the kook of the day. You're the number one kook of the day. It is hilarious that you would get that award for being the silliest.
Sometimes I see you when we go surfing. I do see you doing things and then sort of looking around for a camera.
Yeah, I would like to have the honor of being kook of the day sometimes because I feel like I'm hitting mid kooky, but I would like to get the full blown kook.
But you're doing crazy things like the chicken dance, I feel like what's getting people on the kook of the day is a small mistake that's a little silly.
Yeah, and what should be getting people on the kook of the day is the chicken dance, right? If some
It's too kooky, I think.
what, too kooky?
Yes,
All
I think
right.
it's too kooky.
Okay, that's a good note. I'll take that into consideration. I guess it should be a little more natural.
I think it should feel, and then when you're looking around for the cameras, they couldn't even use that footage.
Yeah. Wait, oh, because I was looking around for the cameras?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did make that very clear.
But I think a Kook of the Day actually would be a very non-threatening TV show to have on at the DMV.
Yeah, that's laughs for everyone, one and all.
And all for one.
Listen, I've been meaning to ask you this for a while.
Oh, okay.
Which is, we've been hanging out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I just feel like,
What, were you waiting for me to deny it or expand on it?
I just got a little nervous. We've been hanging out a lot.
Right.
Sometimes 2 times a week. Sometimes we'll miss a week because we both get busy.
Got kids.
Yep. And spouses.
Right.
But I'd really see eye to eye with you, and you see eye to eye with me.
Bettina, what are you trying to say?
Can you just say it for me? I'm scared.
I can't say it for you. I don't know what you're going to say.
Okay. And I think that we should consider naming one of these hangouts a date. Not.
Okay.
Okay.
Kook of the Day over here. We've called this meeting to name the town.
Yep. I'm here to, I'm a very passionate member of this town. I lived here my whole life, born and raised, never moved out once. So I have a,
You've never moved out once?
I've never moved out once.
Not one time have you moved out?
Not one time.
What about a long weekend?
Okay, I have done a hotel long weekend in Santa Barbara, which is a 1 plane flight away, so I had to go for 4 days. Otherwise, it just didn't make sense.
Okay.
But I am very passionate about the naming of this town because it's gone so far without a name. It's been temporary city for just so long, and I really just hope that we can settle on a name today, and I hope it's serious.
We have a couple of names that have been submitted.
Okay, great.
I think many of them are serious.
Okay, great.
Pending your, acceptance.
Okay.
As well as the entire towns.
Yep. I'm not the only person here.
The first name that we have, and as I mentioned prior, I am a non-biased member, just here to run the meeting.
Right.
I'm just saying the names.
Okay.
The first name that we have up is... no, I gotta say it. Fiddleton.
That's for me. Oh boy, I like playing the fiddle.
Sorry.
Oh boy.
It's helpful if someone who submitted the name can just come up to the mic and give about a minute explanation as to why they named it Fiddleton, and I will cut you off at exactly a minute.
Okay, great. I'm coming on up.
Okay, great.
All right. And 1, 2, 3, hit it. You
brought music.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yep. Fiddling is my passion. And fiddling is what I would like to do for a job. And I just think this city is built on fiddle music because that's what I do.
And you don't need the rest of your time?
Nope. I concede my time.
Great. We got an explanation for Fiddleton. Excellent. Next up, we have Razorton.
That's for me.
Okay. Come on up here. You got a minute? Here we go.
Yeah. Okay. So my job is I sell razors. I hawk razors. And I just think
people have personal reasons behind the names of the town. Okay, great.
It's connected to my livelihood, and at the end of the day, that's what I think this town is built on.
That was true for the fiddle guy too. Great. Next up, we have the name, and it is 420ington. 420ington. Who put that in? Okay, yeah, the guy who's vaping in the back.
What's up?
Not much.
Oh, do I come give a speech?
Yes, please.
All right, that's for me, everyone. 42010. So basically, I love weed. I smoke weed. My favorite numbers are 420 because 2 + 2 + 0 is 420. I sell weed.
The 0 in?
And it's connected.
It's in the...
Yeah. Anyway, I'm a business guy. I'm a numbers guy. I sell weed. It's where I get my livelihood. And I think that's what this town is built
Thank
on.
you. That is enough time for the drug dealer.
I am upset.
Why?
I'm sorry. Can I chime in here? These seem to be all silly names. They're connected to people's livelihood. Can we please get to my suggestion? Because my suggestion is a real name for a town. It's a real name.
We're going down the list.
Okay. I just love this town so much, and I just want it to be taken seriously. And it's connected. It's just where I grew up, and I just want it to be on the map.
You know what? Fine. We can skip to yours. What is your name?
Thank you. My name is John.
Great. What's the name for the town?
You
knew I wanted you to say that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't want to jump the gun. I take this meeting very seriously, and I have a name. I'm very, very excited to say it. And the name of the town is Bravey.
Okay. Bravey.
And I'll tell you why I think it should be that.
Okay.
Because one of the founders of the town, his name is Mike Bravey. He came to this town, and he actually was the person that put a monorail in the town, thus making it way more. There is a lot of public transportation in our town. It's a very green town. It's actually one of the #1 green towns in the entire United States.
I'm gonna stop you there. You notice every other name had an ington at the end. If you had said Bravey, if you had said Bravyington, I would have loved this suggestion.
Okay, that's not just. I'm sorry. That's the guy's name was Mike Bravey. So I guess we could amend it to that.
Let's just end this meeting early. We all have cookies in the oven. It's gonna be called Murderville. Murderton.
Is that what the name was?
I don't know.
Okay, I pulled a number. Yeah, you've been at the DMV for a while. Sorry, I'm sitting next to you, so I was just trying to make small talk over here.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I've been here for a while. How long have you been here?
Oh, gosh, like 2-3 minutes.
Oh, that's not very long at all.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Leslie, by the way.
Hi, thank you for saying that. I was just looking for some goddamn entertainment in here while I wait.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, have you noticed that it's pretty freaking boring in here? What, you don't want to put out a puzzle? I go to the dentist office, I get a highlights magazine. I come here, a place notorious for waiting, and I don't have a single thing to do.
I mean, I guess, I've been just playing on my phone, so
yeah.
I might get back to that anyway.
I'm playing on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, sure, I'll bite. What are you doing?
I'm playing Candy Crush.
Okay, cool.
And I'm listening to a podcast.
Sweet. Well, can I have it in your phone or something?
My husband likes both earphones in my ear.
What kind of excuse
Sorry,
is that?
If
you don't want me to have a headphone.
Are you hitting on me? Am
I hitting on you?
If you're hitting on me,
that would be interesting at least. But no, I'm not hitting on you. I'm just looking for something to do in this. It's a place notorious for waiting. I don't have a single thing to be entertained by. I don't want to look at my phone. I do that all day. I come into this place, the government funding just completely just thrown aside. Like, put in a goddamn game station or something.
Well, I mean, why don't you start a game then? Fine, let's do a verbal game.
Okay, thank you. God, at least someone cares about entertainment in here. She's coming in here. I don't even want to get a driver's license. I just have to because they won't let me drive without one anymore.
They never let people do that.
I know. But I'm just like, I would have come in here a long time ago if it wasn't so goddamn boring. But yeah, let's play a game.
Your energy is so intense. People
I know.
Are looking at us. This is like, I don't know if I want to be like sort of involved with what you're doing.
No, I'll chill. I'm just super bored. Let's play a game. Yeah, what kind of games do you like?
I don't. Why don't you tell me about yourself? Where are you from?
No, I already know all that stuff. I'm not gonna be.
Oh, would you like to hear about me?
Sure. Yeah, I'll hear about you.
I'm actually here getting my picture retaken because I got a haircut that I'm really into.
Oh, you came all the way back here to get a new picture, even though you had one that worked? When did you last have your driver's license?
You got it done like 5 years ago. So it's up for renewal pretty soon anyway. I don't know. Got a haircut? Is that weird?
I think so. What'd your hair used to look like? This is because I only know you as this person now.
Well, yeah. It used to look like a longer. I don't know. I think.
Hurry up and tell me the haircut. I'm getting so bored. I'm getting so bored. I'm sorry. Something to look at. Something to stimulate me.
Oh, waka waka woo.
Oh, that was a funny face.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a funny face.
Now
I'm back in.
I need to entertain you. I feel a responsibility to entertain you. Okay. Do you want to hear a joke?
Sure. Yes. Yeah. I'll take a joke.
Give me an object.
Okay.
Any kind of object.
How about a Game Boy?
100 Game Boys walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve Game Boys here." One Game Boy turns to the other and goes, "Game over."
What? What? Game over? That was funny. And how was that like an anti-joke?
I've never heard of an anti-joke. What's an anti-joke?
Anti-jokes are jokes that are like they stick with they're basically making fun of the form of a joke. In terms of like you say a joke and then it's so not funny what you say as the punchline that it's like, aren't jokes stupid? It's like this alt comedy thing that I'm not that into, but right now at the DMV, I'll take any form of entertainment.
I wasn't trying to do an anti-joke.
Oh.
It's a game. It's like a game I learned. I took a short form class, improv short form. I don't know if you know. It's like you would probably really like it. Actually,
really?
It's
Why?
it's got this kind of insane energy where you're just sort of like jumping on things that are like barely entertaining, but like just going freaking nuts.
Yeah, it sounds like I would love that class. I gotta sign up for one of these.
You do.
Can we do one right now? Gosh, that sounds like I feel like I've never been so understood before. I'm so bored.
No, don't go there. Don't go bored. Don't go bored.
Bored.
Listen.
Okay.
I give you an object, and then you say 100 walk into the room, one turn to the other, and then you have to make up a joke at the end of like what they would say.
Okay.
So if it was lights, it could be like one turns to the other and goes, "Oh, what this bartender is pretty dim."
Okay. So we're doing anti-jokes.
They're not. I'm trying to be funny. That was funny.
Okay.
People think that's funny.
Okay.
I posted it on Instagram and people thought it was funny.
Sure, your followers that you know well?
Yes, they laughed and yes, I know.
Did you text them? Did you text them and be like?
I asked a couple of people to interact with the post so that it would get more traction, sure, but I didn't ask for everybody, and I paid for it to be promoted, and those people didn't have to like it. They just came up and
paid for it to be promoted.
Yes, I did because I thought it was a funny joke. Dim. All right, so let me give you one.
All right, yeah. I like this. I'm locked in. Staplers. Okay, 100 staplers walk into the bar.
Okay,
and then wait, what's next? The bartender says,
I knew you weren't going to be able to follow the form.
I couldn't pay attention to you explaining the instructions, but I really want to do one. Can you just walk me through as I say it, please?
Listen, don't get into the numbers. That's what got me lost at first. When I first started taking this class, I was like, 100 walk in, one turns to the other. Listen, forget the numbers.
Okay.
Just say staplers walk into a bar. The bartender's going to say, you cannot come in here.
Okay, you can't.
And then
I don't serve.
Staplers are going to say why.
Okay. Can I try again?
Or a comeback or something. Yeah.
Can I try again? Okay. 100 staplers.
You've had too much time with stapler. I have to give you a new thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
Batteries.
Okay. 100 batteries walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, we don't serve batteries. We don't serve batteries.
Here.
And the batteries say...
One battery turns to the other.
Okay, and then, so then one battery turns to the other.
And says,
get a load of this bartender. Because The batteries.
Good.
Because no one uses batteries.
That's not true.
Can I try again?
Oh, dude, I'm so excited to go surfing.
Oh, dude, can't wait, man.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, dude, this is the spot, man. Newport, 23rd Street. This is the spot, man.
It certainly is.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to be a chicken. I don't want to be a butt. So chick my butt. Blah, 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 blah.
Bro, what? Bro, what the hell was that, man? I've never seen you do anything remotely like that, man.
I don't want to be a chicken. I don't want to be a duck. So kiss my butt. Shh. I got the lyrics wrong. Damn it. Did you hear me say chuck my butt?
I saw you wiggle your little butt. Actually happened. Actually genuinely saw a little wiggle from your butt, man. What's going on, man?
Listen, man.
Yeah.
You know I've been trying to, break into kook
Of the day. Dude.
And I'm trying to be a little kooky. I know they have hidden cameras on the beach. They catch people doing this stuff. Larry was on last week for putting his fucking wetsuit on backwards, which is, by the way, not very funny.
Dude, Larry was on last week. He got a lot. Do you know a couple people
You've
DM'd?
been on a lot, too,
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way.
I've been
You're really casual about it, but you are... How do you do it?
Dude, it's...
Because I'm dying to get in there.
You don't want to be on there, dude.
Yes, I do.
Dude, you don't. Like, you get a lot of exposure.
Tell my diary entries that. Tell my diary entries
You're diarying about that, man?
Yeah, I'm diarying.
You're diarrheaing about that, man?
I'm diarying.
Dude, come on. There's so much other stuff you got to diary about, man. Don't worry about this.
Don't bring my divorce into this. I don't need to diary about that. I need to get on Kook of the Week.
Dude.
And then when I get on Kook of the Week, everything's going to be cool. All right, man?
All
Why
right,
don't you
bro.
just give me a little help? Don't gatekeep this stuff. You
All right.
gatekeep the information of how to get on Kook of the Week.
Dude, the thing is I'm not trying to do it, man.
I don't care if you're trying to do it or not. I told you I am, so help me.
Okay. All right. I guess what's something that you do when you're surfing? Like, what's something you would expect?
Wave.
Yeah, but something that you do.
Water.
No, something that you do.
Stand.
There we go. Okay, now what is the dumbest way you can think of to do it?
Quickly. No.
That's good. That's actually good.
Slowly.
That's yeah, okay. Slowly. Like, and then can you give me an example of how you might slowly stand on a board?
Yeah, I would do it kind of like this, like in slow motion.
Okay.
But then I wouldn't get up in time. And then oh, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I would stand up slowly on the board, like, catching a wave, and, like, right as, like, the wave's about to crash down, I go, like, I don't want to be a chicken, I don't want to be a duck, so kiss my butt. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Dude, no, you want it too bad. You want it too bad. They can sense that. It's not kooky to want things, it's earnest, man. People don't want to watch that.
What do they want, then? Fine, just stand up slowly?
Just,
That's
like,
not funny, dude.
It's not supposed to really be. It's fun. They're making fun of you, dude. I don't think you really want to be on this, man.
Do you know what pisses me off about you?
What?
It's just handed to you. You've
Dude.
been on Kook of the Week for... You've been on so many times.
Bro.
And you don't even try.
Dude. I know, man. Okay, look. Why don't... I'm gonna be pretty. I say why don't we just surf the day, and I'll help you. Why don't you? Okay, how about this? Why don't you crash into me? We'll take a wave. You can kind of hit my board, and you can hit my board, and I'll fall off onto your board, and then Okay, how about the other way? You fall off onto my board.
I fall off my board onto your board to do the chicken dance? It doesn't make sense to do it there.
Drop the chicken dance. You've done that at the beach every single day. It is not working for you, man. It's embarrassing for us both, but it's not Kook of the Day material because it's so clear you're trying to get on, dude.
All right, fine. Let's
do it.
I'll fall onto your board and not chicken dance.
Okay.
I guess I get what's funny about that. It's not my board.
Yes. It's something someone...
So what, I should lean into pretending like it's my board, and then I turn to you and I go, get off of here, that's my board. Is that...
Fine. We can try it. We can try it. I don't know. It's better than the chicken dance.
Okay, so the joke is that you're on my board. No, the joke is that you think The joke is, I got it.
Okay, good.
I got it.
Okay.
The joke is, you think that I think I'm on my board, but I'm on your board, but it's only because I fell off because of the wave in the water.
That is so complicated, but sure, why don't we just try it, I guess.
Okay.
I want to help you. And if this helps you with your divorce, I'll ride for you, bro. I'll ride for you.
That doesn't matter.
All right, let's go. Paddle.
Paddle.
Oh my God! Ouch!
Paddle,
what the heck? There's a crab on my hand. What the heck? Ow!
Stop!
Ow, ow.
Stop! You're being hilarious. Stop! It's so kooky.
I gotta get it off. Oh no! I stuffed it down my wetsuit. Oh no! It's traveling down my chest.
All right, well, this is a little big. Hey, thank you so much for having me over.
Of course.
This is such a beautiful kitchen. Did you guys just get it renovated?
Yeah, we actually just we did. Yeah, we did a little bit of work. We got some new tile, which I thought made it. It's vintage tile, so it gives it sort of a 1920s look.
Enough of the chit chat. Listen,
okay.
We've been friends for 25 years. We have families. We've gone on vacation. We have, gone through losing jobs. We've gone through everything, and I think it's time. Should we just call this a date?
Oh, no. What? This is.
But it's my idea.
It's your idea? What is that?
I would like it to be a date. I've requested permission to call it that. Are you down?
No. I'm sorry.
No?
I'm just taken aback.
Oh.
Yeah. I know you're kind of tied to your idea, but yeah, dude, I think we're just, we have families, the kids. We've
been friends forever, but I would like to categorize this as a date now, and I don't know why you're not down.
Dude, because honestly, if you wanted to categorize it from the date, you have to ask from the beginning, and then you can't just halfway through call something a date.
Well, I put in a request for it to recategorize, and then we can reframe everything that's happened up to now.
So far, if that was...
We've only been friends, and we both have families we love and adore, and children, and a house, and, whatever, but come on.
Dude,
let's just call this a date.
I can't... You know what? I'm questioning my morality now because I would never do something like that to my wife, but honestly, the part that I'm having the most trouble with right now, man, is that you are calling it a date halfway through. I was not aware of that. I was behaving in ways I wouldn't be on a date.
You were a bad date.
Yeah,
talking about your kitchen so much.
I didn't know I wouldn't do that on a date.
And why would you bring up that your family is going away to Turks and Caicos on a date with me? That's rude,
Because I didn't know. So if you can ask me out and we can continue as though it's a date. And
I've never met a man so rude to bring up their entire family on a date.
This is not fair. I would never do that on a date. Here's the thing. And I know you don't know me in this context, but on a date, I am a Casanova, okay?
Really?
Yes.
You ate 1,000 chips earlier with your mouth open. You were disgusting. Do you think that's a date behavior?
No. I was smacking because I thought we were buddies. In the context of a date, you wouldn't even see a chip. You'd be staring caviar in the face. There would be candles. It would be that we would have a private room at a nice restaurant because I'm throwing down the money because you're worth it. But guess what? It's not happening right now because I didn't know it was a date. But yeah, you know what? If you ask me out, and then I'll show you what date Mike is like.
Cut to a week later on a date. I checked my coat.
Yes, yeah? Great. Come on in. They didn't have a private room. I did not have enough notice or money, but we're getting a table in it. I did request it to be in the center of the restaurant, which is a sought after place. Did you know that? Did you know everybody wants to sit at the center table?
I don't feel that way. Why would I want to sit in the center where everybody's looking at me? I want to be in a little booth on the side.
You want to be on a little... But
that's romantic.
But isn't it romantic? Like, don't you want to be seen at a nice place? Because
I know you feel this way. Before we even went on a date, you told me about this theory. I don't think it's accurate.
Okay, I already gave the waiter $50. Do you mind if we look? I'm gonna catch up. I'm sorry. I realize we're in the red a little bit, but
this is a friend thing now, and you're being really weird.
No,
I'm recategorizing this. This is a friend hangout, and you are hitting on me relentlessly.
What? You can't do this to me halfway through? Are you kidding me? God,
Get off of me.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Sir, back up.
Okay, I am backing up, but guess what?
Why'd you get a table in the middle of the room?
Because I thought
We're friends. Don't be a freak.
Are you serious? I thought it was a date. I wanted to Casanova you.
Recategorize.
I
We're
can't-
strangers.
Okay.
Stop talking.
Okay. I can't keep up with this. If you want to be strangers, you give me a time and a date to be a stranger, and I'll show you a stranger.
Next week, Applebee's.
Cut to there.
Table for 2, please.
Oh, do you have someone coming?
No.
Okay. Kind of weird to ask for a table for 2. Anyway, I'm not going to engage, though, because I don't have any emotional investment in this, because we're strangers.
How rude. You're my husband now. And you just treated me like a customer.
Oh,
Why don't you have sex for money with me, too? You freak.
that is actually how I treat my wife, so this is just not...
Oh, jeez. That's just horrible. You're a politician. That was the deconstruction form.
That was the deconstruction.
Hey, should we tell listeners to listen to it backwards?
Yeah, why not?
And then it's a construction form.
Oh...
All of that builds to that first scene. That'd actually be kind of interesting.
That would be interesting. Oh, yeah, all of it builds to the first scene. That could be cool.
Yeah.
I thought you meant play it backwards like a Beatles album, like there was going to be like
no.
a secret message.
That's what I thought you were pitching too.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
But we're not capable of that. I can't speak backwards.
I can't either.
Not on a Tuesday. What day of the week is it? Friday.
Nowhere close.
Cool.
But yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Comment on our posts. It helps the algorithm. I don't think I meant to say that.
I like how transparent you were.
Yeah, it helps. We want to be showing up in people's feeds. Oh, Anna made such a cool cartoon also. So if you haven't seen the cartoon of a very funny scene that Beth Appel was part of, take a look at that, because
And
it's
you know
awesome.
what? I had so much fun making it that I started making a second one, and I got way too into it, and now it's like it's gonna take me like a year to finish because I'm like doing it like with shading. So I actually need to pull back and put out.
Wow.
Pull back.
Big overachiever.
I know I messed up.
I'm excited to see that in a year, though.
It'll be great in a year. It'll stand the test of time. It's the scene of us talking about ladies in robes.
Very funny.
There's no way that will end up badly for us and our careers.
Yeah, you're gonna finish that right at the point where we're on like some kind of awesome show.
We're on a talk show. It's me and you, and we have guests. It's a daytime talk show. Wouldn't that be interesting?
It would be really cool to be on a talk show together. Daytime? I was hoping like late night, but
No, I think daytime is funnier.
really?
Late night's trying too hard. It's the kook in the suit. Like that's too. They're like, this is a joke, but daytime's actually funny because it's so ridiculous. They're like, people come out and like show you like a skirt for a dog, like as genuinely as they can. And they're like, yeah, you could just fasten it around. Wow, I'm being crazy right now.
No,
Talking a million miles an hour.
I like it. I like it. It seemed like a normal speed to me.
Okay.
But I like the specific of a dog in a skirt.
Yeah, they sell like little like animal clothes or a blender that you can like put in your backpack and it won't get like your documents wet. Like it's like they're like it's weird.
That's
You
hilarious.
agree? I could see it on your face.
I haven't seen it specifically, but yes, I think because they're trying to keep the attention of like people that are at home.
It's like slot machines for TV.
Yeah,
it's just
I
like
agree.
keep going.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Cool.
One person in the room.
Yeah, well, I'll check it out. It sounds funny to me, but I can't fully agree till I see it. I actually like late night, and I love Conan O'Brien.
What are you up for a job? What's
I
happening?
wish. I wish. And whenever this comes out in like 2 weeks, maybe.
You never know.
It's nice to know my friends believe in me, though.
No, I believe you could be working on a late night show for sure. The after midnight show seems cool. Oh wait, I don't want this in there. Like actually,
Well, you can wrap this up anytime you want.
Oh, right. Okay, so
like,
rate,
comment,
subscribe.
and just
Ladies in robes. Just kidding.
I'll call back to another episode. Oh, great. That's a deep cut for you, David Danapor.
Did he listen to that one?
I think he listens. Yeah.
That's sweet. Thank you,
Yes,
David
it's very
Danapor.
sweet.
I think that's it.
Bye.
See ya.